you very much, and our thoughts and prayers go out to the folks down at NIU. And now, fans, please remain standing, and again, keep your hats off as we listen to today's national anthem. Performing the Star Spangled Banner today, Rockford College Junior and Relief.
Gymnasium. For today's game between Maranatha Baptist Bible College and the Rockford College Regents on Myhres here on Comcast Channel 57, the local sports and entertainment network. The Baptist Bible College Crusaders from Maranatha come in today's game with an overall record of 9-13, 3-13 in the Northern Athletics Conference, and the Regents come into today's game with a record of 13-8, 9-6 in the NAC.
Time for tip-off here at Senior Gym.
Ready to tip things off, it is Colleen Goff, the starting center, going up against Angie Butler, the starting forward for the Regents. The trip controlled by the Regents. Tina Kleeman passes it across the court to Slater. Slater takes the jump shot, hits the back iron, and rebounded by Goff. Now Maranatha takes it across the timeline. It's Moses with the cross-court pass, a little too strong, and Laura Carter could not get a handle on it. The Regents go the other way, just tip things off here at Seaver Gymnasium. Part of a broadcast doubleheader. We got the men's game coming up later today. Now it's Butler, down low to Morgan. Morgan puts the layup and gets it to rattle home for the first basket of the game. And the Regents take an early 2-0 lead off the basket by Morgan. Head coach Steve Cochran starting all seniors today. It is senior day as Goff passes his back out to Matson. Now it's over to Moses on the near side. Up top for Peterson. Peterson drives inside the free throw lane. And once again, a pass too hard intended for Laura Carter. Goes out of bounds, and it's a turnover to the Rockford College Regents. A couple turnovers in the early going have caused the Crusaders to struggle just a little bit. As Slater brings it into the front court, now drives to the left, stops the dribble, now passes up to Butler at the top of the key. Far side for Erickson. He tries to feed it inside to Love Morgan. It was deflected away by Matson, and it will remain a Regents ball. The starters for Maranatha, Laura Matson at guard, Laura Carter at forward, Colleen Goff at center, Amanda Moses at guard, and Rose Peterson at forward. As Kleeman takes the jump shot from the right elbow, and it does not hit, but the rebound goes to Ashley Erickson. Now it's out to Kleeman, top of the key. Far side for Erickson. No dribbling taking place. A lot of crisp passes by the Regents offense. Now the feed down low to Morgan. Morgan works it back out to Kleeman. Now to Erickson on the far side. Kleeman at the top of the key. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. To Slater. Now Erickson drives inside, back out to Slater. Slater takes the three, and it goes over the top of the backboard and out of bounds to Maranatha. 2-0 your score, 18-19 remaining here in the first half at Seaver Gym between these NAC opponents. Now the Crusaders have the ball. It's Carter. Carter tried to feed it down in the lane, but it was kicked away by Erickson, so it'll be a kickball violation. The shot clock stays at 21. And Steve Cochran's going to bring Kim Nielsen off the bench. And Love Morgan will take a seat. Maranatha to inbound underneath their own basket. The pass goes to Goff at the top of the key, guarded by Butler. Now to Moses, who's guarded by Slater. 15 left on the shot clock. Moses tries to drive. Now she's forced to the near side by a double team of Slater and Erickson, and turns the ball over to Angie Butler. And the Regents have it back in the front court. Butler passes it out to Kleeman. Now to Nielsen at the top of the key, but a whistle before the shot, a traveling violation called by one of our officials, Al Rea. Nielsen shuffled her feet before she took the shot, and it's out of bounds to Maranatha. Score still holds at 2-0 here in the early going here in this contest. Near side for Matson. Matson feeds it down low to Peterson. Peterson goes up strong, but a little too strong as she was pushing to get some position and make the basket, and she gets called for the offensive foul.
Offensive foul against number 45, Rose Peterson.
First foul of the game goes against Rose Peterson on the charge. Slater in the front court between the circles. Now to Erickson. Erickson dribbles, now to Slater the near side. Down low to Butler. Butler lays it up and in with the right hand. Butler averaging 17 points a game for the Regents, and she has 2. And the Regents extend their lead to 4-0.
Out of bounds, Crusaders ball.
The inbounds goes to Moses. Back to Peterson now. Now it's to Matson trying to drive inside the lane. Near side, Moses now drives baseline, puts it up with the right hand, rattles out, rebounded by Peterson, who goes back up, and she's going to be fouled by Ashley Erickson, and she'll go to the free throw line. Erickson got her with the body.
Number 25, Ashley Erickson. That's her first.
So Peterson will be at the line for the Crusaders, shooting a pair. And Peterson gets the first one to roll in. Peterson, a 63% free throw shooter, and hits them both. And Maranatha has cut the lead in half, 4-2, 16:55 remaining here in the first half of play. Now it's Slater, passes it far side over to Nielsen. Now to Erickson to the top of the key. Kleeman near side, takes the three-pointer, rattles out, rebounded by Carter. Now the Crusaders go the other way. Moses dribbles it across the timeline, now dribbles it in the lane, passes it down low to Peterson. Peterson tries to go up with a shot, puts it up short, rebounded by Erickson, out to Slater. Slater across the timeline. Now down low to Butler, and Butler lays it up in Angie Butler. Already 4 points for the leading scorer for the Regents here in the game. 6-2, the Regents on top, and a foul called underneath the basket. Tina Kleeman's going to pick up her first foul. It's the second foul here in the half on the Regents. Kristen Kincaid checks into the Maranatha lineup, replacing Colleen Goff. Kincaid, a 5'7" sophomore from Dayton, Ohio, makes her first appearance in the game. Now it's Slater, near side to Kleeman. Kleeman holding the ball now to Nielsen, far side, now to Erickson. Slater holds it at the top key. Far side for Nielsen, takes the three-point shot. It doesn't go, rebounded by Kincaid. Moses drives in the lane, puts up a floater, deflected by the Regents, and brought down by Erickson, who passes it to Slater, who now passes it to Kleeman. Kleeman, the reverse under the basket, missed it, and it's rebounded by Kincaid. 6-2, 15.5 to go here in this first half between Rockford and Maranatha. Rockford with the lead. Peterson at the left elbow. Now out to Matson. Matson with Nielsen on her. Now to Kincaid. Kincaid and Moses double teamed by Butler and Slater, but they let her walk to the basket, and Moses puts it in for the deuce. 6-4, Rockford on top of Maranatha. Now the pass too strong, looking for Butler, deflected away by Kincaid, and it will remain Regents basketball. Colleen Goff is going to come back into the lineup for Maranatha, subbing in for Rose Peterson. Tori Thurman coming in for Tina Kleeman. But we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. Exactly 15 minutes remaining here in the first half. And it's Rockford 6, Maranatha 4. We'll be back. Did you know that breast cancer is the second leading cause of death for all women and the leading overall cause of cancer death for women between the ages of 20 and 59? You can do your part to help fight breast cancer right here, right now. We've got Think Pink t-shirts. All the scorers table and the stats table is wearing them. And the coach is wearing pink today in support of breast cancer awareness. And all the proceeds of today's game are donated to the American Cancer Society as we resume action. Jen Meyer, the 5'10 junior from Boylan High School, into the lineup now for the Regents, as well as Tori Thurman, the 5'4 junior from Winnebago. Matson puts it up short with the right hand, gets her own rebound, and then she's fouled going back up.
The foul is against Rockford's number 22, Chelsea Slater.
Slater is going to pick up the foul. That's her first. Already the third team foul in the Regents here, and we've only played a little over 5 minutes. Matson's first free throw attempt is going to rattle in. And she'll have another upcoming, 6-5. And Matson puts up with a chance to tie. Nothing but net. We have a deuce ball game. Slater across the timeline now for the Regents. Now to Nielsen, who lets it fly from 3. Rebounded by Moses. Maranatha going the other way. Down low to Goff, who feeds it down low to Kincaid. Kincaid finally gets the handle on it, blocked by Nielsen, picks up the ball and works it out to Slater. Slater now in the front court for the Regents to Nielsen. Thought about the 3, now passes to Turman. Turman goes down low to Butler. Now it's near side to Myhres. Back out to Nielsen, to Turman. Turman takes the 3 and hits it. Torrey Turman extends the lead, or puts Rockford back on top by 3, 9-6. Now it's Carter. Carter to Moses. Moses puts up the shot too strong off the side of the glass. Picked up by the Regents. Turman across the timeline. Now to Nielsen. Slater's going to slow it down. Near side for Myhres. Back out to Nielsen. Takes a 3 from the top of the key. It doesn't go. Rebounded by Moses. Moses to Carter. Carter trying to drive baseline. Has to work it back out. It was kicked away by Jen Myhres. And Love Morgan's going to come back into the ball game for the Regents, giving Angie Butler a rest. And subs for subs here in the early going for both teams. Melissa Nichols makes her first appearance in the ball game for Maranatha, and Laura Carter's going to sit down. Now Kincaid inbounding the ball to Goff. Goff. Now to Moses with Slater on her. 17 left to go on the shot clock. Now to Kincaid. Kincaid drives inside the lane, puts the shot too strong. And there's a tie-up underneath the basket, and the arrow's going to go the way of the Crusaders. So they'll get the ball underneath the basket.
Goes to the Crusaders.
9-6, 12:53 remaining here in the first half. And the shot, Love Morgan thought she blocked Colleen Goff's shot, but one of the referees said that Morgan got her on the arm, so Goff will go to the line for 2 shots.
Against the Regents, number 51, Love Morgan. That's her first foul.
Morgan picks up her first foul. It's the 4th foul here in the Regents in the half. And Goff gets the first free throw to rattle home. 9-7 the score. Goff's second free throw attempt is up and good. Score is now 9-8. Matson, Goff, Moses, and Peterson each have 2 points for the Crusaders here in this first half as Nielsen takes the 3, fouls her shot, gets the rebound, and puts it up with the right hand. 11-8, Regents up by 3, 12.5 to go here in the first half. Now it's Goff with Morgan on her. Out to Matson. Matson to Kincaid on the near side. Back out to Nichols. Melissa Nichols being guarded by Turman, goes back left. Out to Goff, who takes the 3, too strong. And it's going to be on the floor. And it's going to be a tie between Love Morgan and Colleen Goff. It'll be Regents on the alternating possession who have the ball. Rose Peterson comes back in. And Colleen Goff's going to sit down for the Crusaders. Melissa Swazik comes into the game for the Regents, replacing Jen Myhres. And Nielsen will inbound at Turman on the near side. Turman over to Slater. Slater goes right. Now bounce pass over to Swazik with the short jump shot. Gets it to rattle home. Swazik's been in the game for maybe 20 seconds since he's already got a bucket. 13-8. Regents on top here. Kincaid has it. Now over to Peterson. Peterson holds the ball, waiting for Matson to come over. She does. Matson drives, tries to get to the lane. Now bounce pass. And then now the feed from Kincaid to Peterson. Scores the deuce. And Peterson scores her third and fourth points as Maranatha now within 3, 13-10. Slater to Nielsen, now down low to Morgan, and Morgan's going to get hacked by Kincaid as she went up for the shot.
The foul against the Crusaders, number 14, Amanda Moses. That is her first.
Correction, the foul is going to go against Amanda Moses. That is her first.
51, Love Morgan.
And Love Morgan at the line puts up her first free throw and good.
Substitution for the Regents, number 25, Ashley Erickson.
Morgan on the year, a 53% free throw shooter, and we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. We'll be back. 11:13 left to go here in the first half. 14-10. Rockford over Maranatha.
When you can't make it to a Rockford College athletics event, you're never more than a phone call away. Now that 24-hour Regents Sports Hotline.
Once again, it is Think Pink Day here at Rockford College. Last weekend, a bunch of Division I basketball schools did it. If you watched any of the games on ESPN and you saw a lot of teams with pink jerseys, or at least pink trim on the jerseys, none of that going on today as Love Morgan has the second free throw. But still people in the stands wearing some pink to support breast cancer awareness. Morgan hits the second free throw. It's 15-10. The Regents on top. Now Moses back to Nichols. Nichols double teamed by Swazik and Erickson. Erickson backs off, works it back out to Matson. Now to Kincaid. Kincaid down low to Peterson, works it back out to Moses, top of the key. Moses drives in, deflected away by Swazik, and the Regents will go the other way. Slater takes it quickly, now going to pass it over to Erickson. Erickson manages to save it from going out of bounds, but right into the hands of Melissa Nichols. And Moses is going to have to get it across the timeline now. Matson, now out to Kincaid. Kincaid holds. Now over to Nichols, down low to Peterson. Peterson bumps off Morgan, back out to Nichols, takes the three, does not go, rebounded by Morgan. Slater across the timeline. Slater to Turman, back to Slater. Slater to Erickson. Erickson takes the shot. It's short, rebounded by Morgan. Morgan puts it back up, and that's too strong. Now it's rebounded by Kincaid of the Crusaders. Kincaid to Moses. Moses gonna drive inside the lane, and she shuffled her feet going in the lane, and it's a traveling violation. Tina Kleeman gonna come back into the Rockford lineup, while Laura Carter and Colleen Goff make their return to the Maranatha lineup. Chelsea Slater gonna take a rest for the Regents, while Matson and Kincaid sit down for the Crusaders. 9:48 remaining here in the first half. Regents up by 5, 15-10 over Maranatha Baptist Bible College. The pass thrown away by Nichols. Nichols works it quickly down the other side. Out to Moses, thought about the three. Now he's going to drive inside instead. Pass down low to Peterson, who puts it up and home. Peterson, the leading scorer for the Crusaders in the game, has half of the 12 points, 6 already in the ball game, just over half the half played. Erickson over to Morgan. Morgan puts it up and gets it to roll home, has a chance for the three-point play.
Number 51, Morgan. The foul is against number 13, Colleen Goff. That is her first foul. Crusaders' 13th foul.
The foul going to go on Colleen Goff. That's her first. And Morgan with a chance to convert the three-point play for the Regents and extend the lead to 18-12 when she gets it home. 18-12, Regents on top. Now to Moses across the timeline for the Crusaders. Moses drives in the lane, kicks that out to Carter. Carter had a hard time hanging on to it, but she passes it over to Nichols. Now it goes out to Moses. Moses takes the jump shot. It rims out. Nichols saves it from going out of bounds to Peterson. New shot clock for Maranatha to work with. Peterson takes a shot from the foul line and hits it. And now it's 18-14. Regents on top of the Crusaders by 4. Now it's Kleeman. Kleeman to Swazik. Swazik to Turman on the far side. Turman looking for Morgan down low. Finds her. Morgan puts it up and puts it up again. Cannot get either shot to go. Now it's out to Kleeman. 7 seconds left in the shot clock. Morgan's shots never hit rim. Swazik has to put up with 3 seconds left. Rebounded by the Crusaders. That's Carter stopping the dribble. Now gets it across the timeline. And she travels
Traveling against the Crusaders, that's the Regents basketball. Line for substitution, number 41.
And Angie Butler is going to come back into the Regents lineup, replacing Love Morgan. Fake me out there for a second. I saw Ashley Erickson walking towards the bench, so I thought she was being the one replaced. But no, it'll be Erickson to inbound the ball. 8:10 remaining here in the first half, 18-14. The Regents on top of the Crusaders here on Comcast Channel 57, the local sports and entertainment network. Glad you're viewing wherever you may be viewing here in the Rockford area as the shot goes up and no good, rebounded by Goff, who gets it out to Moses. Moses now out to Nichols. Nichols, the 5'8 junior from Leesburg, Virginia. It's a long way from Leesburg, Virginia to the campus of Maranatha in Watertown, Wisconsin. As the ball goes out of bounds, Peterson mounts to Moses. Swatted away by Kleeman, but Kleeman cannot save it from going out of bounds. Chelsea Slater comes back into the Regents lineup. Maranatha controls, 7.5 to go here in the first half. Moses dribble drives back out to Goff. And the shot clock goes off. Maranatha had no idea how much time was left in the shot clock. And it's a turnover to the Regents here, who still maintain this 4-point lead. A whole lot of defense, not a whole lot of scoring here in this game. Both teams are kind of turnover prone in this contest. As another one almost takes place there. Goff almost took the ball away, but it's a tie-up and Maranatha gets the arrow. Maranatha Baptist Bible College, located in Watertown, Wisconsin, but they actually only have 2 players on their roster from the state of Wisconsin. As Peterson is down low, puts up the shot. Now, Slater puts in the front court, out to Turman. Finish my thought on Maranatha here in a second as the Regents have the ball, 17 left on the shot clock. Now Butler out to Turman. Up to Kleeman at the top of the key. 10 left on the shot clock. Turman takes work with now to Erickson. Erickson puts that one up too strong. It rims out and rebounded by Goff. Only 2 players on the roster for Maranatha from Wisconsin are Matson and Goff, both on the floor now or at least Goff's on the floor for the Baptist Bible College Crusaders. Angie Butler is going to pick up the foul for Rockford College. That's her first and the 4th team foul. Peterson misses the first free throw attempt. Peterson, another one of the players on the Maranatha roster that traveled a long way to get to college. She's from Chandler, Arizona, and she hits the second free throw. And we have a timeout on the floor. 18-15, your score. It's a 30-second timeout for the Regents. We will keep it right here. Back here at Seaver Gymnasium on the campus of Rockford College. 6:11 remaining here in the first half. 18-15, the Regents on top here in this very defensive, low-scoring affair between the Crusaders and the Regents. Now it's Erickson at the top of the key, over to Slater. Back to Turman. Turman with 13 on the shot clock, out to Kleeman. Kleeman, the left-hander, dribbles inside the lane, puts it up, scores the bucket, and still got a line for a shot to convert the 3-point play.
The foul against number 13, Colleen Goff. That's her second personal foul.
Colleen Goff is going to pick up the foul. That is her second. And the 4th on the team here in the half. Kleeman at the line for a shot for the Regents to extend the lead to 21-15. She does not make the free throw. And the ball rolls on the floor, picked up by Goff, who gets it out to Peterson. Peterson to Nichols across the timeline. 5.5 remaining here in the first half of play. Moses over to Goff. Goff takes the short jumper, and it's rebounded by Butler. Butler passes out to Slater, had a hard time hanging on to it, but picks up the ball. Slater yet to work it across the timeline. Now she does. Slater still on the ball. Now to Kleeman. Kleeman back to Slater. Slater to Butler, who's wide open underneath the basket. Lays it in easily. 6 points for Butler here in the contest. And the Regents enjoy their largest lead of the contest, 22-15. Now it's to Moses near side. Moses going to try and drive baseline, and there's an illegal pick called on Maranatha.
Offensive foul against the Crusaders, number 46,
Melissa Nichols called for the illegal screen. And that is her first foul, and the 5th team foul on the Crusaders in the half. Laura Matson makes her return to the Crusaders lineup. 22-15, Regents on top. Now to Slater. Slater to Nielsen to the far corner, back to Slater. Now near side for Kleeman. Thought about the shot. Now feeds it to Butler. Butler trying to work it back out to Slater, and it's taken away by Peterson. Peterson gives it over to Carter. Carter has had a hard time hanging on to basketballs today that have been fed her way, and Slater takes it away. Who feeds it down to Butler. Butler gets the roll and gets the bucket to go. And the Regents extend their lead to 9, 24-15. Now Butler with the steal, and it's Butler against Goff. Butler's going to put it up and home, and she's going to be fouled by Goff. And very quickly, Colleen Goff is in foul trouble for the Crusaders. That is her 3rd foul. And just as quickly, Coach Clayton Morrison going to go to the bench and bring in Kristen Kincaid as well as Corinne Israel.
31, Kristen Kincaid. 33, Corinne Israel.
Butler going to be at the line, shooting a shot to try and complete this 3-point play. She does, extending the lead to 27-15.
Roger Goff substitution, number 51, Love Morgan.
And after making the free throw, Love Morgan's going to come in for Angie Butler. 4 minutes remaining here in the half. And another kick ball for Jen Meyer, and it's going to be Maranatha ball out of bounds.
Crusaders ball out of bounds.
Angie Butler has 11 of the 27 points here in the contest for the Regents. As Peterson takes across the timeline, now passes to Kincaid underneath the basket, and she'll get the easy layup.
31, Kristen Kincaid.
The lead downtown to 10 for the Regents, 27-17, 3:40 remaining here in the half. It's Slater to Meyer. Back to Slater. Now it's down low to Erickson. Erickson puts up the shot of the double team, puts it up short, and Erickson and Kincaid are going to tie it up, and the arrow favors the Regents on the jump ball. Now Nielsen for the inbounds pass to Slater. Back to Nielsen. Takes the 3 from the corner. That's too strong. Rebounded by Erickson. Back out to Nielsen. Now to Slater. New shot clock for the Regents. Ken Meyer going to take the 3 from the near side. It won't go. And Love Morgan and Rose Peterson are going to tie it up. This time Maranatha gets the ball on the alternating arrow. 3:13 remaining here in the half, 27-17. The Regents on top of the Crusaders of Maranatha Baptist Bible College. Now it's Corinne Israel at the top of the key, near side for Matson. Matson, dribble drive on baseline, and it's knocked away by Love Morgan and out of bounds. Remains Maranatha ball as Melissa Swazik returns to the Regents lineup. Swazik is a 5'10 freshman from Harlem High School. Kincaid takes the 3 from the top of the key, does not hit rim, rebounded by Slater.
Push all the way, keep going, keep going.
Lots of local talent on this Rockford College team. Near side for Jen Meyer. Matt Slater, who played her ball at Forreston High School with Angie Butler. Nielsen takes the three. It's tipped back by Love Morgan, but into the hands of Laura Matson. Now Moses takes it across the timeline. Moses takes up the shot, and it's rebounded by the Regents. Slater takes it across the line, and it's knocked away by Corinne Israel, and it remains a Regents basketball. Melissa Nichols is going to come back into the Maranatha lineup, and Corinne Israel has a short stint on the floor. She's going to go back to the bench. 2:18 remaining here in the first half, 27-17, Regents on top. Had a burst of offense lately, the Rockford College Lady Regents have.
Keep moving.
8 on the shot clock. Pass down low to Nielsen from Slater. Raises it to the right hand and in. And the lead back up to 12 for the Regents. 29-17. Now it's Kincaid to Peterson. Peterson dribbles. Back out to Nichols. Nichols to Moses, who spent the majority of the game in the lineup for Maranatha, and Moses going to bounce it down low to Kincaid, who lays it up and in. Lead now 10 for the Regents. 90 seconds remaining here of the half. Slater has it. Cross-court pass to Nielsen. Back out to Slater. Slater down low to Nielsen, who has to work it back out to Swazik because of a double team. Now back low to Nielsen, puts up a crazy shot that was short. Now it's over to Moses. Moses has it for Maranatha. Moses, who plays 90% of the ball games for Maranatha. She's on the floor 90% of the time is what I mean to say, as Peterson puts up the shot and she's fouled. The Regents foul is going to go against Love Morgan. Her second foul, the 15th foul. And Peterson going back free throwing for Maranatha.
Dan Hooker.
Maranatha, or Rose Peterson, misses the free throw for the Crusaders.
Angie Butler and number 13 for the Crusaders, Kelly Goff.
Peterson 3 of 5 from the charity stripe in this ball game. Puts up the second attempt, and it's good. 29-20, less than a minute remaining here in the half. Regents on top by 9. Now to Meyer on the near side. Back out to Swazik. Swazik to Slater. Slater across the court to Swazik, and Swazik is going to put up the shot where there is a whistle and a foul underneath the basket. Angie Butler fouled, and she'll go to the line for one for the bonus.
Crusaders number 45, Rose Peterson. That is her second personal.
Peterson's going to pick up her second foul.
Shooting 1-1 for the Regents.
Regents in the bonus, and Butler puts up the first one and gets it home. She'll have another. The score now 30-20. Lead back up to double digits for the Regents. Here with 38 2/10 remaining. The second free throw attempt is up and good. 31-20. As we have half a minute remaining here in this first half. Now it's to Goff at the top of the key. Goff to Peterson. Peterson near side Kincaid. Kincaid stops, pops, takes the shot off the iron. And it's going to be rebounded by Goff, who's going to put it back up and in. So it's 31-22, 7 seconds left. Time for one more shot for the Regents. Butler down low, puts up the shot, and nothing but net. 33-22, and the buzzer sounds. Now we've reached halftime with your score. Rockford 33 and Maranatha 22. We'll be back for the second half after this.
Crusaders 22.
Back here at Seaver Gymnasium on the campus of Rockford College. Taking a look at first half statistical leaders. Rose Peterson, the leading scorer for Maranatha in that first half, with 10 points in that first half. And we're talking about somebody who on the season only averages 7 or 8 points per game. The leading rebounder is Colleen Goff, she's got 5 rebounds, and leading the way with assists with 5 is Amanda's Rock at the ball to start the second half. Leading the way for Rockford College, leading all scorers with 15 points, Angie Butler. And Chelsea Slater has 80 cents. That's right, 8 times in that first half for Chelsea Slater, adding to her already team leading total as Moses puts up the shot it in. First bucket of the half. All-time assist leader Rockford College has 8 in that first half. The leading rebounders, Love Morgan and Ashley Erickson, with 5 apiece. 33-24, we just started the second half of action here at Rockford College. The pass down low from Erickson to Butler. Butler puts up a short and it's rebounded by Goff. Goff out to Moses. Moses, who played all the first half for Maranatha, gets it out to Matson. Matson over to Carter. Carter cannot hang on to it. Taken away by Chelsea Slater. Slater now down low to Kleeman. Kleeman puts it up short. Almost grabs her own rebound, but it goes to Erickson. Erickson out to Slater. Slater to Butler. Butler drives inside the lane, puts it up and in as she's fouled.
The foul is on number 13, Colleen Goff. That is her 4th personal.
Colleen Goff is going to pick up her 4th foul. Just 1 minute and 15 seconds here into the second half as Butler puts up the free throw short. And Peterson comes up with it. Clayton Morrison, the coach of Maranatha, is going to bring Kristen Kincaid off the bench to sub in for Goff. As Moses drives inside the lane, now to Peterson. The pass deflected away. It's on the floor. And a tie-up ensues between Peterson and Kleeman. And the arrow is going to favor Maranatha. Kincaid going to come into the lineup.
Jump ball for Crusaders. Maranatha substitution, number 31, Kristen Kincaid.
Peterson has the ball. Now that's knocked away. Out of bounds with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. If the NAC playoffs were to start, Rockford would be the 7th seed. They are in 7th place in the conference with a conference record of 9-6. Maranatha away on the outside looking in 11th place with a conference record of 3-13. As Kleeman has the ball, now she's going to take the ball back outside over to Slater. Slater to Kleeman. Kleeman puts up the shot and in. It is now 37-24. 2 minutes gone here in the second half. Rockford College with the 13-point lead. Kincaid has it. Now out to Peterson near the top of the key. Over to Carter. Carter looking for Moses inside, who was cutting across the lane. Moses back out to Matson. Matson puts up the shot, but there's no shot called. A traveling violation called on Matson, and it's a Regents ball out of bounds. Be a Rockford College ball on the sideline on the far side. Erickson inbounds the ball to Slater. Slater across the timeline with Carter on her. Now it's over to Nielsen. Out to Butler at the top of the key. Kleeman takes a three-point shot and hits it. So the Regents extend their lead to 16, 40-24. Matson drives in the lane. She's fouled.
The foul against the Regents, number 23, Kim Nielsen.
Kim Nielsen's going to pick up the foul. That's her first and the team's first in the second half. Matson puts up the first free throw long. Hits off the back iron and no good. 40-24, 17-16 remaining here in the second half. Brett Myhres here on Comcast Cable Channel 57. Glad you're watching wherever you may be watching. Been kind of a battle of the low post scorers as Angie Butler gets the feed from Slater and puts it up in. So the Regents extend their lead 42-24. And today's battle of the low post scorers brought to you by the Shaquille O'Neal Fan Club. O'Neal probably going to do wonders for the Phoenix Suns team on the very, very competitive Western Conference. But back to NAC action as Carter puts up the shot long, rebounded by Kleeman. Out to Slater. Slater. Now to Nielsen on the near side. Puts the shot. No good. Rebounded by Peterson. Peterson to Moses. Moses works it across the timeline. Moses dribbles now out to Carter. Carter with a jump shot. No good. Rebounded by Slater on the weak side. Now Slater. Baseball pass over to Butler. Butler puts it up. The Butler-Slater connection working to perfection here in the second half as the Regents now lead by 20. And Clayton Morrison and Maranatha is going to call a timeout. We'll take one as well. 16:09 remaining here in the second half. Regents up by 20, 44-24. And we're back here at Seaver Gymnasium at the campus of Rockford College. Angie Butler with 21 points to lead Rockford to this 20-point lead, 44-24, nearing the 16-minute mark here in the second half. Maranatha has the ball. It's Kincaid who dribbles the ball. Now it's knocked away by Cleveland. Kincaid gets it back. Now to Peterson, 9 on the shot clock. Moses going to take the three-point attempt and hit it. 5 points this half already for Amanda Moses. And now the score is 44-27. Regents up by 17. It's Erickson, right elbow, now out to Slater. Down low to Butler. The Slater-Butler combination works again. Butler puts it up in, and is fouled.
The foul against the Crusaders, number 5, Laura Madsen.
Laura Madsen's going to pick up the foul, her first, and the second foul of the half on the Crusaders. Butler's free throw attempt too strong and rebounded by Carter for the Crusaders. Now Carter with a slow dribble passes it over to Moses. Moses down low to Madsen. Madsen driving in the lane, feeds it back out to Peterson. And Peterson's going to put it up. 46-29, but not for long. As Cleveland puts the shot in. So it's 48-29, Regents up by 19. And a whistle and a foul called on by our near side official Al Rea. Cleveland is going to pick up the foul. Their second foul, the second foul here in the half. So Tori Turman going to check into the Rockford lineup, replacing Ashley Erickson.
Substitutions for the Crusaders, number 23,
Melissa Nichols and Corinne Israel check into the Maranatha lineup. And Laura Carter and Laura Matson are going to take a rest. Nichols has the ball out to Israel. Israel to Moses, guarded by Turman. Now over to Kincaid. Kincaid goes up with a pump fake, then puts up a shot way too short. And now Butler has the ball again. Forced out of bounds. And Butler not too happy about the call. It's a turnover of the Regents. Butler thought she was forced out of bounds, but that's not how the referee saw it. And now Love Morgan comes to the lineup replacing Butler.
Forced out of bounds.
Now it's Nichols across the timeline for the Crusaders. 48-29, Regents on top. Pass down low to Corinne Israel, and Israel gets her first two of the ball game. 48-31, Regents up by 17. Cleveland loses the handle on the dribble, picks it back up. Now over to Slater. Turman near side. Now to Nielsen at the top of the key, over to Slater. Now down low to Love. Morgan puts it up way too strong off the glass, rebounded by Peterson, who gets it out to Moses. Moses, spin move out to Peterson. Peterson no-look pass over to Kincaid. Kincaid with a three-point shot, no good. Rebounded and put back up by Nichols and in. So Nichols gets the deuce. It's 48-33, 13:42 remaining here in the second half. Slater to Kleeman, far side. Kleeman with Nichols closely guarding her. Now Kleeman's going to put up the jump shot short, rebounded by Moses. Moses on the other way on transition. Regents get back nicely. Moses puts up the jump shot, no good. Rebounded by Morgan, who gets swatted away by Nichols. But Nichols tried to pass it and right into the hands of Tori Turman, and we've got a timeout, 30-second timeout called by the Regents. We're going to keep it right here And remember, fans, when you can't make it to a Rockford College athletics event, you're never more than a phone call away by dialing the 24-hour Region Sports Hotline. Just call 815-226-2844 for all the latest scores, updated as soon as possible after each event. Also, professional basketball back in town. That's right, the Rockford Fury playing all of their home games here at Rockford College. And if you can't make it out to a game here at Seaver Gymnasium, the games are always broadcast on Channel 57. All the home games are broadcast. Dave Schmidt does an awesome job covering the Fury games, so catch him on Channel 57 on Comcast. After the timeout, the inbound pass goes to Turman, over to Swazik near side, out to Nielsen. Nielsen down low for Morgan, out to Swazik. Swazik with the jumper, nothing but net. 3.
Good execution.
The Regents on top. Excellent execution by the Regents on that one. Good crisp passing, finding the open shooter. And the Regents extend their lead back to 17. Moses has it now to
Start the
Kincaid.
count on time.
Down low to Peterson. Peterson puts it up with the right hand and in the basket.
Number 25
Peterson continues to be the leading scorer for Maranatha, 14 points in the ball game. Turman kicks it out to Nielsen. Nielsen with a three-point try, and she hits it. 53-35. Regents on top of Maranatha. 12:20 remaining here in the second half. Now it's Moses, and off the foot of Swazik, and then deflected off of Moses and out of bounds. Ashley Erickson is going to return, replacing Kim Nielsen for the Regents. Laura Carter comes back in, and Corinne Israel sit down for the Crusaders. Turman takes it across the timeline. Fakes it out, dribbles to her left, then puts it up, cannot finish. Rebounded by Love Morgan, puts it up too strong. Now it's out to Swazik. Swazik's going to try and drive baseline. Ball pass back out to Turman, was knocked away by Carter. And then Matson feeds it over to Moses. Moses drives to her right, takes the pass now out to Kincaid. 17 left in the shot clock. Kincaid's going to drive inside the lane. A whistle and a travel call against Kincaid, and it'll be a turnover to the Regents. Maranatha's been rather turnover prone in this ballgame. They had 11 in the first half. It's Turman with a spin move near side Swazik. Swazik holds. Now out to Erickson. Erickson to Turman. 60 on the shot clock. Down low for Erickson. Erickson to Myhres. Myhres takes the jumper from the free throw line, no good. Now to Kincaid. Over to Matson. Matson's going to slowly work it into the front court. Matson to Kincaid. Now pass to Peterson, back out to Kincaid. Kincaid with a jump shot. That's no good. Rebounded by Turman. I always love it when the smallest player on the floor gets the rebound. Sometimes the small players fool you, and they can actually jump higher than it looks like they can, and Turman proved it there by getting the board underneath the basket. Erickson has at the top of the key now to Turman. Turman out to Myhres. Myhres to Swazik near side, down low to Morgan. Good passing by the Regents as Morgan went up for the shot. She's fouled by Rose Peterson. I take that back. It's against Kristen Kincaid.
Third foul of the second half. 2 shots coming up with the free throw line.
That's her first foul. And 2 shots upcoming for Love Morgan. Does not give the first one a go.
Grant, the substitution is number 13, Colin Goff, number 20.
Rockford College, not particularly a good free throw shooting team. They're actually towards the bottom of the, they're actually at the bottom of the conference in free throw percentage, shooting 61% on the air. And Morgan misses both free throws. The free throw rebounded by Maranatha, and now Nichols has it. 53-35, 10:33 remaining here in the second half. Nichols with the drive, puts it with the right hand, George Gervin style, and cannot get it to roll.
Step in. There you go. Nice
Now
job.
it's Moses who kicks it out to Goff. To Israel, the top of the key, 4-3. That rims out, rebounded almost by Jen Meyer. And it last one off the hands of Melissa Nichols and out of bounds to Rockford College. Now the inbounds pass goes to Turman. Turman now near side for Swazit. Swazit to Erickson, now to Meyer. Out to Turman. Out to Jen Meyer, lets it fly from three, it rims out. Morgan trying to grab the ball, it's off of Butler's fingertips. Kincaid, Nichols, and Love Morgan all trying to grab the rebound, and it went off their fingertips at least 5 times. And deflects off the Maranatha player last and out of bounds. Now Morgan trying to work inside the lane, out to Turman. Jumper from the free throw line, no good. Now the rebound goes out to Maranatha. Goff takes it across the timeline to Nichols. Over to Moses. Moses, wild shot inside the lane, but she's fouled. And she'll go to the line for a pair of free throws.
The foul against the Regents, number 25, Ashley Erickson. That's her second.
Erickson's going to pick up her second foul. Third foul of the half on the Regents. Amanda Moses puts up the first free throw and good.
Her second
53-36, Regents up by 17. 9:40 remaining here in the second half of play. Moses hits the second free throw. Turman across the timeline. Turman over to Erickson. Erickson back out to Turman. Turman over to Morgan. Morgan kicks it out to Swazit. Now to Erickson. Meyer with the jump shot. That is no good. And the ball tipped back to Corinne Israel. Takes across the timeline. Israel with Turman on her. Almost thought there was a hand check, and Jen Meyer kicks to the ball. It'll be out of bounds to Maranatha. 23 on the shot clock. And a little girl on the sideline had a chance to touch the ball, and she's really sad that she had to give it back. But hey, the little girl can be happy that she saved the ball from rolling completely out of the gymnasium. It's Nichols. Now to Goff. Back to Nichols, 11 on the shot clock. Nichols going to drive inside the lane, too strong. Rebounded by Peterson. Jen Meyer thought she had a clean block, but the referee said got her with the body, and Meyer's going to pick up the foul for the Regents. Her first and the fourth on the team. So Rose Peterson going to go free throwing here, and she misses the first one.
Roger calling substitutions, number 41, Angie Butler, number 23, Kim Milson.
Peterson 4 of 7 on the day at the charity stripe. And Peterson's second free throw, this time she gets it to go. 53-38, Regents up by 15, 8:48 remaining here in the second half. Now the pass from Meyer to Butler, and Butler puts it up there and in. 25 points for Angie Butler here in the contest. 55-38, Regents on top. Nichols passes it to Moses. Moses drives inside the lane, lays it up with the right hand and in. 55-40. Lead trimmed to 19, or 15 rather. Nielsen near side to Turman. Back to Meyer, cutting across the lane. And Meyer's going to be called for a travel. And the referees sitting by me who had a baby into this contest did not particularly agree with that call.
4 years and you still ain't got no better.
Carter across the timeline for Maranatha. Carter tried to find Moses, and Moses had it tip off her fingertips, and it's a turnover to Rockford College. Slater comes back in, as well as Kleeman for the Regents. Turman and Meyer sit down. Under 8 to go here in the second half, 55-40, Regents on top of Maranatha. Nielsen has it, now Erickson. Back out to Chelsea Slater. Slater finding Butler underneath the basket. Butler cannot get a handle on it this time, and Moses takes it away. Now Moses is going to kick it out to Goff. Goff with a short jumper. She's going to hit it. 55-42, Regents on top. Nielsen has it, now to Slater. Slater to Kleeman. Kleeman going to drive inside the lane, jump stops, puts it up with the left hand. So Kleeman scores to make the Rockford College lead 57-42. Kleeman, one of the seniors being honored today as part of Senior Day. Now we have a whistle and a timeout for Maranatha. It's a 30-second timeout. And we're going to keep it right here. If you're looking for a place to watch the big game, well, Damon's Grill is your place. And it's a full timeout, rather. So, finish my thought. Featuring award-winning ribs of slow-cooked prime rib, Damon's Grill is the place for all of your college and pro hoops action. Try the world-famous onion loaf while you play trivia on the state-of-the-art entertainment center. To find a Damon's location near you, call 815-484-1000 or visit www.damons.com. And every time you come to a Rockford College basketball game, hang on to your ticket stub, and you can save 10%. You can save 10%. That's right, you get a 10% discount at Damon's Grill of Rockford. Back here at Seaver Gymnasium on the campus of Rockford College, I am Brett Myhres here on Comcast Channel 57. Peterson has it after the timeout. Now to Matson. Over to Carter. The two Lures back out on the floor. Carter gets it out to Matson. Now it's to Amanda Moses. 4 on the shot clock. The Crusaders need to put up a shot. And there's a jump ball called before the shot clock went off.
Jump ball goes to the Regents.
So the arrow is going to favor the Regents.
And we have a media timeout.
And there is a timeout on the floor. We're going to take one as well. 6:46 remaining here in the second half. It's Rockford 57, Maranatha 42. We'll be back.
Go, Butt.
After the immediate timeout, Slater has it for the Regents. Takes it in the front court.
Work hard, Butt.
Slater over to Nielsen. Now over to Butler. Butler takes the jump shot in the lane. That's no good. Rebounded by Erickson. Erickson triple team. Now manages to work it out to Slater. Slater with a cross-court pass to Kleeman. Now cross-court over to Nielsen, who hits the three-pointer.
That's a Regents three-point basket for number 20.
Second three-pointer of the half for Kim Nielsen here in the game. 60-42, Regents on top. Carter near side. It's next to the last home game for the Regents. They've got one upcoming on Friday night, February the 22nd, as Colleen Goff picks the three-point shot for Maranatha. 60-45, Regents up by 15. The ladies will host a makeup game on Friday, February 22nd against Concordia University of Chicago, as Angie Butler is going to be called for an offensive foul underneath the basket. Referee said she went up a little too strong.
You can't stay up underneath the bar. You can't stay
That's another one of those calls that the referees who had to pay to get in did not like particularly all that much. Second foul on Angie Butler here in the game.
Number 33.
blow that
As Moses takes across the timeline. Now to Peterson with Erickson on her. 5.5 to go here in the second half. Regents up by 15, 60-45. It's to Nichols. Now over to Moses with 10 on the shot clock. Out to Corinne Israel. Israel to Nichols.
Help, help.
Nichols going to drive baseline. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded by Nielsen. Slater going to work it in the front court. Slater stops. Near side Nielsen. Nielsen's going to take the three, but the referee said she shuffled her foot. If that was a shuffle, it was a very, very minor shuffle of the feet. But that's all it needs to be sometimes for the referees to call the traveling violation, as Kristen Kincaid returns to the Maranatha lineup, and she'll inbound the ball to Amanda Moses. 5 minutes to go here in the second half. Regents up 60-45 here at Seaver Gymnasium. Now it's to Israel. Now over to Nichols. Nichols has it. 10 on the shot clock. Now over to Goff. To Moses. Moses drives now to Kincaid. Not very surprising that a Bible college has names like Moses and Israel on the roster, and both of them are on the floor right now for Maranatha. As Slater has the ball, he's going to drive inside the lane. Now kicks it out to Butler. Butler's going to put up the shot with the right hand and in. Butler with 27 in the ball game for the Regents. As Kincaid has it. Now over to Nichols. Nichols tries to get it down low. Now it's stolen away by Erickson. Erickson gets it over to Slater. Under 4 to go here in this contest. And as Butler was cutting to the basket, she was tripped up by Colleen Goff. And Goff is now going to be fouled out of this ball game. That is her 5th foul, and she knows it, so she's walking to the bench.
Personal foul. Team's 5th foul of the second half.
The 5th foul here on Maranatha here in the half. Although the scoreboard is showing 4. Rose Peterson going to sub in for the fouled out Colleen Goff. So Maranatha is going to go with the rest of the ball game without their low post presence, Colleen Goff. The only 6-footer who's been on the floor for either team in this contest.
Substitutions, number 5.
Okay, I stand corrected. Love Morgan stands at 6'1", but right now she's sitting on the bench, so there's nobody over 6 feet tall on the floor right now for either team. Kleeman has it now down low to Erickson. Erickson's going to put up the shot way short, rebounded by Peterson. Now over to Moses. Moses kicks it out to Peterson. Peterson back out to Moses. 19 on the shot clock. 3.5 to go here in the contest. There's a whistle and a foul called against the Regents.
God, you're horrible.
Kleeman's going to get called for the foul. That's her 3rd. The 6th foul on the Rockford half. Now it's Kincaid, down low to Peterson, who's going to lay it up and in. 62-47, Regents up by 15. 3:20 remaining here in the half. Slater now to Kleeman. And Kleeman's going to be called for walk. That'll be Maranatha ball out of bounds. Rockford College paced here in the ball game by the leading scorer, who averaged 17 points coming into the ball game. Butler has 27 in this ball game as Moses banks it off the glass and in. The bank is open late this Saturday here at Rockford College for Amanda Moses, apparently. Now it's 62-49. As Maranatha can get a run, they're still kind of in this ball game, but the runs have been hard to come by, especially since Maranatha has been a bit turnover prone in this contest. Slater's going to take it inside the lane. She gets bumped with a body, no call.
Come on, get in the
Slater was looking for a foul against Kristen Kincaid, no whistle. And now Slater's going to knock the pass from Matson away, but Matson gets it back. Tries to get over to Peterson, but Peterson couldn't bend over and pick it up, and now they'll go out of bounds. Lisa Colligan is going to make her first appearance in the Maranatha lineup. Slater dribbles it in the backcourt. Now gets it across the timeline, and she's going to be bumped by Laura Carter.
The foul against Maranatha is number 12, Laura Carter. That's her first personal foul.
Laura Carter is going to be called for the ticky-tack arm bar. And it'll be Regents ball out of bounds. Only the 15th foul here in the half on Maranatha. As the pass goes down low to Ashley Erickson, and it's in. 64-49, and time is running out for Maranatha to make a run to get back into this ball game. Moses is going to go to the basket, and it's blocked by Chelsea Slater.
Rockford substitutions.
It seems like anytime Chelsea Slater's been in a ball game, she gets at least one block shot.
Number 51, Love Morgan. Number 12, Alyssa Swanson.
So Ashley Erickson, Angie Butler, Tina Kleeman, and Chelsea Slater are all going to sit down. Myhres, Swazik, Turman, Morgan, and Nielsen on the floor for the Regents. And some of the signs that the players have made for the seniors are starting to fall off the walls here. Slater coming back into the ballgame, actually, for the Regents.
And again, we ask that you please leave that first row of seats open for
Now Jen Meyer going to come back in, replacing Chelsea Slater.
First row of seats open for safe gameplay.
Worry about calling the game down there. Call fouls, that's what you're down there for.
Under 2 minutes to go, 64-49, Rockford College on top as Turman goes to her left, now gets it out to Meyer. Meyer's going to drive in the lane, back out to Turman, now to Nielsen, top of the key, near side Swazik. Swazik with 13 in the shot clock. Ball turned over to Melissa Nichols. Nichols across to Laura Carter. Carter now in the lane. Triple teamed, actually quadruple teamed, but gets the pass out to Peterson, who works it over to Matson, takes the air ball, three-point shot attempt, and it's going to be out of bounds, and Rockford College will get the ball. 85 seconds left to go in this contest, and the Regents comfortably up by 15 points. Now Turman across the midcourt stripe for the Regents. Pick set by Nielsen. Now Nielsen gets the ball. Nielsen, now Melissa Swazik on the near side, now feeds it to Morgan. Back out to Meyer. 12 on the shot clock for the Regents. Pass down low to Morgan, tipped away by Peterson, but goes back out to Turman. 6 seconds left in the shot clock. A minute left here in the game. Morgan puts up the shot too strong, and Peterson gets the ball. Peterson's going to pass it across the court over to Laura Carter, picks up the shot short, but a foul is called underneath the basket. Love Morgan can pick it up.
Number 51, Love Morgan, after
Her third and the seventh on the team. So Laura Carter is going to go to the free throw line, shooting 2 for Maranatha, and puts up the first one, and no good.
Get her in there.
64-49, 49 and 9/10 remaining here in the second half. And as the second free throw comes in, a big cheer goes out. Tina Biondo, who has missed most of the season due to an injury, is going to come on the floor for the... Tina Biondo going to come onto the floor for the final 49.9. Corinne Israel going to come back in now. So another senior, Tina Biondo, going to get to play for the final 49 seconds here in the contest here on Senior Day. And Biondo's going to set the pick for Turman. Gets the ball, passes it to Turman. Now Biondo's going to take the shot off the glass and no good. And she's got a smile on her face about it. She hadn't played for a while. She's just going to stand there. Biondo is loving every moment of this. She really is, as Meyer has the ball. Out there setting picks. Now Turman has it. 15 left to go here in this contest. Now Biondo has it, passing it to Morgan. Now Biondo's going to take the three. It's no good. And a collective ooh and ah comes from the crowd as she misses a shot. Rose Peterson's just going to dribble the ball. Your final score of this contest, Rockford College gets the victory 64-50 over Maranatha Baptist Bible College. Stay tuned. Rockford College men's team is going to face Maranatha. We'll be back with all of that action coming up soon.